Alright, hello, welcome to my political life video blog. Here's my observation that you ought to know by now. Because we just, because everybody knows, getting this whole story about this Las Vegas shooting in a, country music thing, all kinds of stuff, kills 59 people. Now, this is a new one from you. Don't want to know about this one, cause I gotta wrap this up. Because we gotta move on to something else. I talk about it. Trust me about that. So, because here it is, the Las Vegas killer just died with a huge note by his side. Oh, Lord have mercy. So, this is from theblaze.com. And that's why the officers try to reveal this. Police officers try to revealing with this was written on the note that everybody just found with the Las Vegas murderer Stephen Padlock. Maybe you might think it's so smart about this one. So here's your worst nightmare. According to you know who, CBS News' 60 Minutes, which is going to be airing tonight on CBS News. For this reason, this is going to be the worst. Worst. I want you to listen to this from, you guessed it.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Listen to this from, you guessed it. Listen to this.
A note on the nightstand near his shooting platform. I could see on it he had written the distance, the elevation he was on, the drop of what his bullet was going to be for the crowd. So he had that written down and figured out, so he would know where to shoot to hit his targets from there.
What were the numbers? I'm just trying to. He had done calculations, or he.
Yeah, he had written. He must have done the calculations or gone online or something to figure it out of what his altitude was going to be, on how high up he was, how far out the crowd was going to be, and what it at that distance, what his drop of his bullet was going to be.
Here's the altitude that you ought to know by now, because this you know what that means. I know this could be a sneak preview of 60 Minutes later on tonight, only on CBS, because everybody knows the police officers in Las Vegas had their first interview, and interview, because everybody knows is a note found inside the hotel room, just here, according to CBS News, that the man who just shot into a crowd from his perch in a Las Vegas high-rise hotel room known as Mandalay Bay Hotel, because I have no objection whatsoever what in the world is going on in this whole nonsense. Because you know what? It tries to include a handwritten where Padlock needs to aim in order to maximize the numbers of fatalities and injuries and all inside the concert goers just right below. No, because Officer Dave Newton from the Las Vegas Police Department says that everybody's know that I could see on it. He had written the distance on the elevation that he was on, because everything else keeps civilized, and that's why he concluded with this. Because everybody knows try to figure this out. Just what he has written down so far, and that's why he knew where to shoot to hit targets from there. So that's why he said that the note was left by a nightstand near the window that Padlock had broken open with this. So what else did they learn how they found inside this hotel room? Here's the police learns to try to report this. try to report this. What is this? Listen to this from, you guessed it. Guessed it. You guessed it. According to let's see. According to Doc Thompson, filling in for, for Glenn Beck last week. So, and just listen to this. And just listen to this before it really, really, really hits hard. Just listen to this from Doc Thompson.
Try it in your home.
Thompson, and so I want you to, and see what you think about this, because they can't be civilized. Listen to this.
Radio network. What was going on? He opened fire on them. Of 64-year-old Stephen Paddock. The death toll at 59. Radio network. So first, an update on what happened yesterday. 59 people now dead. The death toll at 59. The number of injured, 527. 527 people injured, 59 dead at the hands of 64-year-old Stephen Paddock, who began shooting Sunday night from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel. His brother said he was a millionaire and recently even won a $40,000 jackpot. The FBI said there's no apparent tie to international terrorism. 23 guns were found inside the room, including at least one handgun. Some of the guns even had scopes. Thousands of rounds of ammunition still found there. He had a camera mounted in the hotel room to record himself. Now, we've not heard reports if he actually recorded himself, if a video exists. Likely we would never see if it is.
I think that's a big fail. Not showing, if there's a video out there, not showing that video is a big fail.
I think you're right.
Just like they did not release the audio from the Pulse nightclub when he called. They show you just a little bit, but they don't show that he actually stood on the line and you could hear back and forth.
Right. I think that actually helps make the case that this is a problem and we need, to think this through and do some things. I don't think it's insensitive. But he did have a camera mounted in there. Ammonium nitrate was found in his automobile. Ammonium nitrate is a component of some fertilizers. That's what this was, a fertilizer with ammonium nitrate. And that's also what was used partially to take down the federal building in Oklahoma City, the hands of Tim McVeigh. It was ammonium nitrate fertilizer and also kerosene.
And I think we get all that. And as I said on my radio show, so as Doc Thompson filling in for Glenn last week, and I try to analyze this on last week's radio show on the Blaze Radio Network. That everybody knows that said had been dumbfounded. So here's what they found: 23 weapons, 2 tripods, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, and what about 10 suitcases? I have no objection whatsoever. But there's more. According to theblaze.com, this is gonna be it's gonna be worse. So that's why the video trying to release Las Vegas shooter's hotel room. Well, it could be a masked murderer, or should we say these things? Say these things because you might know about now. Listen to this.
Dead were SWAT officers.
Yeah, after
so it was a different team.
Yeah.
Right. So at first he did fire on them.
Music Festival. We do want to thank you for joining us here at 4 o'clock. I'm Kaylee O'Kelly. Hold up and shot down on a crowd attending that country music festival. We do want to thank you for joining us.
Now, but there's more. But there's more to this. Listen to this.
Back to the people who might have left items behind at
more.
the scene. Las Vegas hospital officials say at least 45 people remain in critical condition today. And today, FBI investigators combed through the concert site looking for clues. The hotel is now providing crisis counselors for any hotel guests or employees affected by Sunday night's massacre. Danielle Nottingham is...
Now, here it is. 45 people are critical condition. And that's why the FBI agents is on the scene. seen by now. And finally, now here's the latest developments. Finally, the latest developments in this Las Vegas massacre. And that is why private investigators try to find out that Stephen Padlock took numerous of trips to the Middle East while he's on vacation. Yes, while he's on vacation. And that's why the police try to reveal this whole scenario. Because everybody else can be civilized. He's on vacation recently because his recent travel history, it provides some clues thanks to the investigation about this one. So we'll analyze this. Trust me about that. Now, here's my purpose. Why is Jimmy Kimmel doing? Yeah, guess what? Jimmy Kimmel is trying to politicizing the event as much as possible. Oh, really, huh? And why? Because Kimmel is being mocked by many on the conservative side for the brazen political advocacy. Advocacy. You see what I'm talking about? Jimmy Kimmel. You might think he's so smart about you have the last laugh. I think we as conservatives can trash you first. Now, what about the mystery woman? Yes, mystery woman that is. So who's this mystery woman that lives in the parallel worlds apart about this one? You know what I'm talking about. Who is mystery woman? It's not. Well, guess what? Mary Lou Stanley, who's been out of the country, could be the person of interest. And this is why, according to KABC in Los Angeles, KABC says the police have said that the woman is a huge prostitute. Uh-oh. And that's why the police didn't release the woman's identity. And now I noticed that Padlock and Stanley have frequent travelers made huge stops in the Middle East. Oh, that could be a trip. So, my final words. And finally, what did the NRA is said that the NRA is joining many Republicans in calling for a ban on bump stocks. That the killer used. Oh, Lord have mercy. It happens. I talked to Wayne LaPierre on my Thursday night news Livewire show last Thursday on the Blaze Television Network. And and others. That's what I just said on last Thursday's Thursday night news Livewire on the Blaze Television Network, and so is the Blaze Newswire on Saturdays as well. And why? Because everything else can be a massacre for this reason. I don't know about you. I don't know about all of you. Because everybody else knows the whole scenario of Stephen Padlock has been dead. And I don't know about all of you about Mary Lou Stanley. Could be a person of interest. Could be identified as this mystery woman, as far as we're concerned. You know what? I get inside these details later on tonight on Sunday Night News on the Hallmark Channel, and I will break this down and give this one a lesson or two, because this has got to stop. All this shootings, all this massacres, all that all that, war thing has got to stop. Let's do something about this. Let's end this. Right now. Let's end this. Whether you like it or not. Because enough is enough. So this is, I will reveal this later on tonight on Sunday Night News and see what happens. Because the moral of my political life video blog story is, this is going to be the worst ever. So let's make this real. As simple as possible. Let's make this real. Stick to the facts. Stick to fiction. Stick to fiction or whatever happens. Or you might think it's so smart about late night comedians or have the last laugh on this shooting guns, blaming us conservatives. Got another thing coming. But this has got to stop as well. That's my political life, should I say, that's my political life video blog story, and I'm sticking to it completely.